Hi, everybody. This is Donna McBride, and I wanted to bring to you today one of my favorite poems. T.S. Eliot is the poet I turn to in times of joy and in times of crisis. And my favorite of all of Eliot's poems is part of the four quartets, the last one, Little Gidding. Eliot wrote this in 1942, so he's writing in the midst of World War II, long before what we come to know as the turning point. So when he's writing this, he's talking about a place that really exists in England. Little Gidding was an Anglican community that was founded by Nicholas Ferrar in 1625. It was broken up in 1647 by the Puritans and then rebuilt in the 19th century. So it's a place that was built, destroyed, and rebuilt. A good thought for the time. I'm just going to read one stanza from Little Gidding, and I hope that you find this as amazing as I do. If you came this way, taking any route, starting from anywhere, at any time or at any season, it would always be the same. You would have to put off sense and notion. You are not here to verify, instruct yourself, or inform curiosity, or carry report. You are here to kneel where prayer has been valid. And prayer is more than an order of words, the conscious occupation of the praying mind, or the sound of the voice praying. And what the dead had no speech for when living, they can tell you being dead. The communication of the dead is tongued with fire beyond the language of the living. Here, the intersection of the timeless moment is England and nowhere, never and always. Stay well. Hi, it's Donna McBride, and I wanted to share with you today one of my favorite spring poems, In Just by E.E. Cummings. Now remember, E.E. Cummings did not actually put titles on his poems, so we do, and the titles are typically the first line. E.E. Cummings, you may remember, worked in World War I as an ambulance driver, and as such he knew what spring was like in the trenches. So it's no wonder that when he wrote this poem in 1920, he was celebrating all that's beautiful about spring. In Just by E.E. Cummings. In just spring, when the world is mud luscious, the little lame balloon man whistles far and wee, and Eddie and Bill come running from marbles and piracies, and it's spring. When the world is puddle wonderful, the queer old balloon man whistles far and wee, and Betty and Isabel come dancing from hopscotch and jump rope, and it's spring, and the goat-footed balloon man whistles far and wee. Enjoy. Hi, this is Donna McBride, and I wanted to share with you one of my favorite poems today. You're going to recognize it because I'm willing to bet, well, in fact, raise your hand if you are one of the people who back in elementary school memorized If by Rudyard Kipling, in my case, in 5th grade. But one reason that our teachers wanted us to learn that poem is because that poem talks about the kinds of values that a good citizen brings to the community, the kinds of values that a community in crisis needs. So I thought it was a good poem for us to think about today. Just a reminder, Kipling is writing in the 19th century, and therefore when he says man, he really does mean all humans. If by Rudyard Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it all on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose, and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. Enjoy.